Thank you so much for being with us, and may God bless all of us with a wonderful, wonderful Chanukah. I know the whole world has decided this year to stop work on December 25 just to mark the first day of Chanukah with us. It's very special already.
Show ברגע מרגש מאוד.
Channel 14 in Israel, one of the four main news stations. They have 11, 12, 13, and 14. And this is in their nightly news. They have Hergaim Hayafim Shal Am Yisrael. They have a happy news story every night. And this is a story of Shehachayanu Vikimanu Vigiyanu Lazman Hazeh, of the prayer Kochotenu Me'irim et Hartzuah, that our forces brighten up and light up the Gaza Strip, Im Hadlakat Ner Rishon Shel Chanukah, with the lighting of the first light of Chanukah.
בתוך רצועת עזה. עזה אתמול שוב הוארה, אבל לא רק מההפצצות המצוינות של הלוחמים שלנו, אלא גם הלוחמים שלנו שהדליקו שם את החנוכיה, והאירו את כל הרצועה, ולנו הם האירו את הלב.
אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
כן, ברכה אחר ברכה, אמן אחר אמן, וכל אחד מהם מרגש יותר מהשני.
Blessing after blessing, amen after amen, and we're all deeply moved.
ממש, ממש, ממש.
Literally, an amazing thing.
יש לנו. האירו את הרצועה בדרך שלהם.
Even while they're in Gaza, they don't forget Chanukah.
לוחמי הרוח והגבורה, הדור.
These are fighters not only of the generation, but fighters for the spirit.
Listen up, y'all. It's time to make our voices heard. All across the world, people are gathering together to unite, to fight for Chanukah rights.
Every year in late December, that's the time when we remember the things we owe to Judah Maccabee. But we also get reminded just how much we Jews get slighted. Do I think that we should change that? Probably. Why don't we get off from work or any of those other perks? We're just as proud of our big holiday. For music it's Slim Pickens, no plays by Charles Dickens, or special albums by Michael Bublé,
Or Robert Euler,
or Nicholas Shea. What? So we'll fight for Hanukkah rights as we light our Hanukkah lights, and we'll feel the winds of change begin to blow. So everybody listen and just ignore Mel Gibson, 'cause we've come so far and yet so far to go. Yes, we'll fight for Hanukkah rights as we sing all 8 of the nights in honor of the ones who kept us free.
let's remember Matthias. He's not to terminate his bias.
All we want is holiday equality.
Don't get me wrong, I love my dreidel, but I wish we were better able to hear our songs upon the radio.
And a latka, I can't fry it, 'cause I'm on a low-carb diet. Don't get me started on Sufganiyot. Let's just fight for Hanukkah rights as we light our Hanukkah lights, and we'll feel the winds of change begin to blow. Potato pancakes feed us, but all we get now beat us. Yes, we've come so far and yet so far to go. Come on, everybody, it's time to stand up and fight. This is the locker of freedom, so come on, take a bite. We don't need no jingle bells or reindeers with antlers. I'll see you Mariah Carey and raise you Adam Sandler. Let's fight injustice like our forefathers did in the past. Let oil burn for 8 days, how long did yours last? So come on, get your menorahs and put those candles up. Make your voices heard.
Yeah, let's fight for Chanukah rights as we light our Chanukah lights, and we'll feel the winds of change begin to blow.
So rise up, Jewish nation, 'cause we got a situation. Yes, we've come so far and yet so far to go. Such a long, long Chanukah ride.
So we'll fight for Chanukah rights as we sing our Lane of the Nights in honor of the ones who kept us free.
Go ahead, say I'm a dreamer. I want a song by Justin Bieber.
Yes, we want that holiday equality. So we'll fight for Chanukah rights as we light our Chanukah lights, with menorahs burning brighter than in the sun. So let's all take the day off and have a Chag Sameach. We're wishing happy Chanukah to everyone.
Please join me now for the lighting of the menorah. If you have a menorah at home, by all means, please light with me. And here we go. As you know, I always have my trusty Hanukkah menorah lighter for the show. And so I think it's still got some juice in it. A reminder, the menorah is here. And a reminder that we have a shamash, that's the other candle besides the 8. We start on the far right with one candle on the far right. And each night going forward, we add one more candle from the right towards the left. But after we set up the menorah, we actually light them from left to right. And we begin. The first night, we also recite a third bracha, Shehecheyanu. Again, if you're lighting, by all means, recite with me. And here we go. And if for any reason this thing doesn't light, in fact, let me just light the shamash, which does not count for the bracha. So make sure there's no surprise. There we go. Okay. And got, as I say every year, I got that gigantic match at match.com. So let's recite the brachas. Number 1. And you may or may not see my head, but let's see if I can do this. Maybe I'll do it that way. Oh. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa nisim la'avoteinu bayamim hahem b'hazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehecheyanu v'kimanu v'higianu lahazman hazeh. הנהירות הללו אנחנו מדליקים על הניסים ועל הנפלאות ועל התשועות ועל המלחמות שעשית לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה על ידי כהניך הקדושים וכל 8 ימי חנוכה הנהירות הללו קודש הם ואין לנו רשות להשתמש בהם אלא לראותם בלבד כדי להודות ולהלל לשמך הגדול על ניסיך ועל נפלאותיך ועל ישועתך. We're not allowed to use the Chanukah menorah candles for the purpose of seeing, like a light, like a flashlight or a candle for darkness. We're not allowed to. We're only allowed to look at the candles and not to use them for light. And that's one of the reasons we have the shamash. So if for some reason the light is turned off and the menorah's lights are there, and in fact you're able to see your way around because the menorah lights are on, we say that it's the shamash light, the one that doesn't count, that's providing you with the light and that you're relying on. And without much more ado, here we go.
Now, as I was saying before, when I'm president, there are going to be
This year has changed our history. We'll never be the same. Today it feels like everything we thought we knew has changed. But we still count our blessings, remembering we were freed. It's time to shine our light and live our lives proudly. We know we'll thrive, defining destiny. We won't stand by, defining destiny, and they won't bring us down. Now Chanukah illustrates well the way we rebuild from disaster. We would not bow to idols, 'cause Seleucid said so. We had to hide our faith until we rose up from the throes. We Jews were not afraid of fighting back against the odds. 'Cause what is life if you can't put your trust in God? And we would rise defiant Maccabees. We won the fight, defiant Maccabees. They'd never bring us down. Chanukah, we celebrate Chanukah. For each night from 1 to 8, we illuminate. Dreidel spinning skills us down. We say all the proper prayers and have gifts to share. Remember, it's the thought that counts. 'Cause it's Chanukah, miraculous Chanukah. Maoz Tzur Chazan helped us beat the Greeks. Nes Gadol Hayabo, well, Sham. And that is why we want to have a happy Chanukah. That's why we don't Chanukah. Now Antiochus was the Jewish nemesis. He invaded Israel with his fellow Hellenists. The guy was basically a Greek supremacist, the colonizer. We threw out his idols. That's how we got to Chanukah. It's all about Chanukah. We'll feed you some oily foods. What a festive mood. I'm sure every Jew'd agree. Have a happy Chanukah. We're free. La la la. If you wanna come celebrate this Chanukah with me. So if you care to join us, look to the candlelight as we commemorate. We stand together. Yisrael Chai. Maccabeats, how they persisted, overcame till we were free. Spread your light, defining destiny. A crazy night, defining destiny. 'Cause freedom's what it's all about. No terror or Antiochus, no enemy there is or was, is ever gonna bring us down. Wish you a happy Some things have changed around us. Some things have stayed the same. Through every change we've weathered, our spirit always burns the same. When shadows rise to meet us, our flame will burn through the night. An ancient spark ignites and fills the void with light. We'll rise above, defying gravity. Through every trial, defying gravity. And they won't bring us down. Our light will continue to shine. This flame is no trick or delusion. Never accepted limits, 'cause someone says they're so. Thousands of years so far, but we've still got ways to go. No time to be afraid of those who try to see us gone. They didn't know the strength that we've had all along. We'll rise above, defying gravity. Through every trial, we're defying gravity. And they won't bring us down. So if your faith is shaken, pray to the eastern sky. As someone told me lately, oh, Davinu Am Yisrael Chai. We're never flying solo, we're never left alone. To those who ground us, here's a message of our own. We'll rise above, defying gravity. We'll shine our light, defying gravity. We will make our presence known in every land that we call home. We'll say it loud and make it known. You're never gonna bring us down. And you'll never bring us down.
Hey, Grockites, today we're gonna grok Chanukah. Chanukah is a Jewish holiday that happens. Chanukah is a Jewish holiday that happens every winter. Because Jewish people use a lunar calendar as opposed to a solar Gregorian calendar, which most of the world uses, the holiday tends to shift around. But just know that Chanukah happens in the winter, okay? Okay. This year, Chanukah starts on my birthday. What? People have a lot of misconceptions about Chanukah. So here's a little quiz to help you figure it all out. Take the quiz and prepare to impress your Jewish and Gentile friends and family. Number 1, Chanukah is Jewish Christmas. False! Since Chanukah tends to fall right around Christmas, a lot of people think that it's the Jewish equivalent of Christmas. And it is a holiday with rituals and traditions, but it's actually not Jewish Christmas. Christmas celebrates Jesus being born in a manger, and because Christians believe that Jesus is the Son of God, it's a huge deal. It's the basis for redemption and salvation for millions of Christians all over the world. Hanukkah is about a group of Jews called the Maccabees defeating the Seleucid army in the 2nd century BCE, and it's detailed in the Apocrypha, not the Old Testament. It's also about a miracle where this oil that was supposed to last for 1 day lasted 8 days, and it's about defeating oppression and religious freedom and believing that what you believe in is worth your life. That's Hanukkah. It's not Jewish Christmas. Number 2, true or false? Hanukkah is a really big deal. False. I mean, it is, but it also isn't, technically speaking. You see, Jewish holidays are divided up into major holidays and minor holidays. Major holidays are things like Passover, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, and some other really awesome holidays that you may have never heard of, like Sukkot and Shavuos. On major holidays, we refrain from things like using electricity, driving, writing, or working. But on minor holidays, you can drive, you can write, you can work, you can use electricity, because they're minor holidays. But Hanukkah's still fun, even though it's minor. We love Hanukkah. Woo! Minor holiday. Hanukkah. Number 3, Hanukkah involves tons of presents. 8 nights of presents. Guess what? False. Don't you get presents? You're probably thinking, I know Jews who get presents every night. Why don't you like presents? Everybody likes presents. Why don't you like presents? We like of course we like presents. Everybody likes presents. And a lot of families, you get things like pajamas, calendars, stickers, socks, chocolate coins, dreidels. It's just that Hanukkah is about so much more than the presents. It's about finding light in darkness. It's about facing adversity. It's about fighting for what you believe. It's also about lots of awesome Hanukkah jewelry. What? But mostly it's about those other things. Number 4, Jews eat super unhealthy food for 8 days of Hanukkah. True. Because the story of Hanukkah revolves around oil, we basically eat tons of food fried in oil. Like latkes or potato pancakes, they're these potato onion fritters, and they're amazingly delicious with sour cream or applesauce, or if you're in my family, ketchup. That's right, we eat them with ketchup because they're like glorified hash browns. Deal with it. We also eat jelly donuts fried in oil, or you can also make them without jelly like we do in my family. It's basically an 8-day festival of oily goodness. Yum. Number 5. Jews spin little spinning tops on Hanukkah. Oh yes we do. We do. Go dreidel. A dreidel is a 4-sided top that we play with at Hanukkah. And each side represents a letter that makes up a sentence, and it also represents an action that you take in the game of dreidel. It's a lot more fun than it sounds, I promise. The sentence that the dreidel spells is Nes Gadol Haya Sham, which means a great miracle happened there. But if you're in Israel, the dreidels say Nes Gadol Haya Po, which means a great miracle happened here. Dreidel is so much fun that I have an extensive dreidel collection. Number 6, Jews light a menorah on Hanukkah. True, but also not specific enough, so false. Haha, I gotcha. Menorah is actually the Hebrew word for candelabra. It's a general word. Chanukiyot is the specific word for the 8-branched menorah, or candelabra, that we light on Hanukkah. We light 1 candle every night, increasing the light each night so that by night 8, all 8 candles are lit. And yes, there is a 9th branch called the shamish, which is used to light all the others. For your information, a menorah, which is used on Israeli money and described in the Old Testament, is a 6-branched candelabra with a 7th in the middle to light the others. So, if you've learned nothing else today, every Chanukiyot is a menorah, but not every menorah is a Chanukiyot. Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas, Happy Festivus, Happy Nothing, whatever you want to do this winter, have a great time. Happy Hanukkah! Woo!
Jewish Vienna Choir.
Another shocking story coming out of Lebanon that's breaking right now. 2 days ago, pagers belonging to members of Hezbollah were simultaneously detonated, and yesterday, walkie-talkies all over the country began exploding in another wave of what appears to be Israeli retaliations. But just moments ago, in a truly surreal twist, the rectums of goats all over the country exploded at the same time, killing an additional 1,800 people and injuring thousands of others, as well as killing countless goats. CNN international news correspondent Kevin Brown is following the story on the ground in Tel Aviv. Kevin, it's good to see you because everyone was following the pager and walkie-talkie story, and now this happens. What else can you tell us about this developing story?
Thanks, Jake. Tensions are running high right now all over Lebanon as everything seems to be exploding, leaving members of Hezbollah scrambling. First it was the pager bombs, yesterday walkie-talkies, and now we're hearing just in the last hour it's the goats that are exploding, leading to skyrocketing death tolls. While it's still speculative, it's hard to believe that the IDF isn't behind all of these incidents. Now it appears explosive devices were somehow placed in the rectums of goats all throughout the country, and when the Hezbollah members began having relations with the goats, the devices were set off. This action will be a massive blow to the morale of Hezbollah, as this was their main method of letting off steam, and now that the goats can't be trusted, they may have to resort to yucky intercourse with women. Back to you, Jake.
Kevin Brown live from Tel Aviv with that developing story. PETA has just issued a statement denouncing the actions of the IDF for senselessly killing all those goats. However, you'd have to think, if the IDF was behind this, they may have been doing those goats a huge favor.
There has been a tremendous increase, and we've seen this on our Sunday programs, of people who serve in the army converting to Judaism. Many of them are the children of non-Jewish mothers or of mothers who had converted Reform and therefore were not considered to be Jewish. And as a result of their service and what they've been experiencing as heroes for Israel, fighting for the Jewish state, they've made decisions, and as they've seen things like the Chanukah Menorah and practices and Judaic rituals that they never had grown up with, they're embracing it. And these are two very brief examples of ladies in the army who've been converting to Judaism. This Sunday, or not this, but next Sunday, I'll have more of them.
לא, הם יוצאים החוצה.
אנחנו בעזרת השם מרימים פה עכשיו את החנוכיה, עוד חנוכה, החנוכיה הראשונה, גדולה, 4.5 מטר, הולכת להיות פה בעזרת השם בתוך עזה. עם ישראל חי, מעט אור, דוחה הרבה חושך.
He said today, with God's help, we're going to be constructing the largest menorah in Gaza. Am Yisrael Chai. With a little bit of light, you can vanquish a great deal of darkness.
הנה החנוכיה עולה. יפה. יפה. הנה הבסיס. מגיע.
היידי. תן לו קונטרה על הבסיס, תן לו קונטרה על הבסיס. היידי!
Sort of a little bit of a remembrance of Iwo Jima, the 4 or 5 guys all planting the flag together.
לא, הפוך, זה צריך להיות לשם עכשיו. שהחב"ד אלינו. לא, אבל תכף יצאנו משם, ירדו מלמטה. רגע, בוא נשים בלוקים. תגיד, אנחנו על גג, חבר'ה. אנחנו על גג.
We close with a prayer for the armed forces of Israel, the Misha Berach.
שברך אבותינו אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, הוא יברך את חיילי צבא הגנה לישראל.
ייתן אדוני את אויבינו הקמים עלינו ניגפים לפניהם. הקדוש ברוך הוא ישמור ויציל את חיילינו מכל צרה וצוקה, מכל נגע ומחלה, וישלח ברכה והצלחה בכל מעשה ידיהם. ידבר שונאינו תחתיהם, ויעטרם בכתר ישועה ובעטרת ניצחון, ויקוים בהם הכתוב.
כי
Thank you very much for being with us here tonight. Every night of Chanukah, we'll be doing a service and program like this. It'll be the same kind of theme. There'll be almost no repetition from program to program. Every single one will be separate new information. If you're seeing this on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel, give us a like, and send the link over to other people who might not have caught Chanukah. And Chag Sameach to everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Good night and Chag Sameach.